Have you dealt with the base yet?
Don't think we'd lie about this. We found the base, but it was abandoned years ago.
I'll be darned. All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrath, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's jamming our signal.
Our first encounter with an alien species, then.
By the fetid breath of the Dark Twin Kazon, a human and an alien starship. How fascinating. When I intercepted that Ur-Quan drone and learned that an unidentified starship had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human. Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless. But here is a human in an armed starship, and therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I am sure our masters, the Ur-Quan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery when I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses.
There's a surprise, the spider aliens are evil. Never think I met a good spider in a game. Oh, there was that one in Neverwinter Nights too, but yeah, spiders are always evil. Yeah. Where the hell did you come from? No, we got... yeah. Surrender, foul alien creature, or you will be annihilated.
Fool! As alien as your ship may be, our sensors reveal how few weapons you have on board. Though this vessel is undercrewed, and our cloak of darkness is non-functional, we still have more than enough power to kill you all.
Now that's what we call a lie. Because without its cloak, the Ur-Quan Avenger is rather pathetic. We're going to send in Captain Solo of the starship Expendable. The Earthling cruiser is an artillery ship, firing nuclear missiles as its primary weapon. These missiles have considerable range and tracking capabilities, but fall short in the damage department. The secondary weapon is a point defense laser system, which can shoot down incoming projectiles, fighters and marines, useful in many situations. Its weakness lies, however, in its low rate of speed, which leaves it vulnerable to close-range assault ships. Any fight with the Earthling cruiser is going to be a battle of attrition, but skillful piloting and planning ahead should see you through. The Ur-Quan Avenger uses a flamethrower for its main weapon, very short range but very high damage. To facilitate this, it also has a cloaking device to allow it to close without being detected. However, since the screen zooms in as two ships close to each other, you can generally make an educated guess as to which direction they're coming from, and give them a nasty surprise as a result. Thus, it is rather useless against the player, as long as you're not using a ship that is incredibly weak against close-range assault ships. A human cruiser to deal with this guy. You see it's drifting away. And there we go. Lost almost all its crew, but preserving the Vindicator is what I'm interested in.
What a beautiful sight, Captain! I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the battle in Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle, Captain. So my last reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Ur-Quan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So the obvious first step is to get the precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain?
Just to add here, damage to the cruiser is easy to repair by transferring crew, but I'd rather risk the cruiser than the Vindicator in this situation, seeing as how our so-called flagship is far from a warship at the moment. What's more, I have no plans to use that cruiser for anything for some time, because the ships it's strong against we don't fight for a while. Anyway, what should we say? Yeah, let's go with the sensible. We will slowly build our strength to unify the Allied Starfleet and bring the Ur-Quan to their new equivalents.
A sensible plan, Captain. Let's get to work. Good luck. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be?
Yeah, actually, if you want to comment and offer a better suggestion for the captain's name or even the flagship's name, I'm quite happy with Vindicator. It's, you know, it's got a good ring to it. It's intimidating at the same time as being rather Starfleety. So, yeah, just comment if you want to see a name change. Anyway, we're going with the United Federation of Worlds.
That has a familiar ring to it. Nonetheless, we'll make it so. The United Federation of Worlds. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work.
Alright. And 2 weeks later. Soon.
I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts. Now, you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. But there is a cost, however. The unit gulps up 5 fuel units each time your precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starship fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ships you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how this starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, we're going to ask everything. Everything. So, if you don't like talking, I'd suggest skipping ahead a couple of videos, but what he has to say is pretty interesting for the most part. Anyway, we have minerals to upload, so let's do that. And it's assessing what we have, and
the more minerals you bring us, Captain, the faster we'll be able to tackle the Ur-Quan.
It's a tiny boost, but at least it's something. Okay, before proceeding, I need some additional background information.
Certainly, Captain. What do you need to know?
Would you elaborate on your facilities here at the Starbase?
We can modify your precursor ship, build additional combat vessels, and supply you with fuel and crew.
What can you do to enhance and modify the Vindicator?
Our engineers and precursor specialists agree with the scientists from your world that your starship was designed to be a workhorse vehicle, which can be easily reconfigured for different missions by adding or swapping self-contained equipment packs, which we call modules. The modules we can build right now are thruster units, which make your ship move faster, attitude jets, which allow you to rotate the ship more quickly, crew pods, which provide life support facilities for up to 50 additional crew members, storage bays, which increase your ship's cargo capacity for mineral resources, fuel tanks, which hold an additional 50 units of fuel, dynamos, which feed energy into your combat energy batteries, improving your weapon's rate of fire. And last but not least, ion bolt guns, combat weaponry, the exact function of which depends on its location aboard the ship. When put in the first or front module slot, it fires a single shot forward. When put in the second slot, it fires 2 shots, spread to the left and right of center. When put in the third slot, it fires 2 shots directly, left and right. And when put in the last or rear slot, it fires a single shot straight backwards.
Right. Sounds pretty intriguing once we got some more money to spend on it. How will I get fuel for the Vindicator?
This base is designed to service hierarchy ships. Fortunately, your flagship uses the same stabilized antimatter technology as hierarchy vessels and will be able to synthesize what you need. However, due to the size of your ship, we'll have to produce vast quantities of fuel, which will be a substantial drain on our resources.
He's not kidding for the early game.